Alright guys, we're back again with another video. Bear with me as I focus the camera. Basically, what we're going to walk through today are a couple kind of obscure pickups I've gotten lately from Walmart. I promise I do like really good knives and cutlery, but I have kind of a fascination with how low budget stuff performs. Because you could have something like this, County Boker knife that's $100 that you could easily get, the Walmart version of this for $5. And I'm always fascinated at value engineering, no matter what it is, to see what the difference really is, whether it's the scales or the steel or how it actually performs. It's always interesting to me. So that's why I love Walmart stuff. It's fascinating. Another example is and I'll review this at some point. This is a County embassy pen. This is, I believe, brass. I think it's brass. But, you don't need to spend $100 to have a pen. You could just have a pen from really anywhere. You could have this $5 pen. Even has a ruler on it. And a screwdriver at the end. Technically, it does more than this thing does. But this is about, 20 times the price. So, it doesn't really do much different. It writes upside down or in space or whatever, right? But really there's not much difference. So I'm really interested in seeing value engineering at its best and getting surprised when something's not so bad. So I will say, this isn't the type of channel where I actually go out and show you guys me testing these things. I will say that I tested them outside with my son, out at the woodpile, just to see how they performed. And I'm going to go through everything that these included. I don't know how much these were. We picked them up on sale. I can't remember how much they were. They were in 2 separate packs. The camo stuff, I believe, was in 1 pack, and then the other stuff was in another. And it came with some other things like a compass and some other camping crap that I gave to my son. But this is the main stuff, the stuff that I couldn't give to him that we're going to be looking at today. So, don't get wrapped up in, what's what package or whatever. I'm really focused just on the tools and how interesting they are. So first of all, I'm going to start with my least favorite thing. I'm going to skip these things for a minute because I'm going to end with my favorite thing in the bunch. Favorite 2 things in the bunch. My least favorite knife, there were 2 knives. And I'm going to do a quick wrist check. This is my Bertucci Field, my $60 watch. I do have a new watch coming next week, so maybe in a couple weeks I'll debut that. It's a new Breitling. I don't show any of my luxury watches on this channel because it really doesn't fit the theme, but maybe I should. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. For the couple people that do watch the channel, if you like luxury watches, let me know. But most of the time I'm wearing stuff that you can wear in the shop, in the garage, in the field, doing whatever. So camping, hiking, whatever. But yeah, got the Bertucci, one of my favorite watches, most comfortable thing in the world to wear. Weighs nothing, polycarbonate, case on it, really comfortable NATO strap. It's fantastic. So first and most ridiculous knife that they give you. This actually comes with one of these little hand chainsaw thingies that typically break, but these do work. If you've ever tried one, they do work. And I've just stuck it in here. Of course, it's got these, ring thingies. But this knife sucks for a lot of reasons. The first reason it sucks is because this grip, which is camo and looks really cool, is so incredibly slippery. So bad. In gloves, it gets even worse. I don't know if this is full tang. I couldn't tell you if it is or not. It might be. Maybe I'll cut it open or I'll take it apart or something. But really slippery. It's got this little jimping here on the back. That's nice. It's a spear point. It's got some serrations here. These are actually pretty darn sharp. The steel's crap. I mean, this is like 440 something, if that. But I just really didn't like the shape of the knife. It's kind of thin. To me, this could maybe skin small game, but it's way too big for that. I guess it's just a good knock-around knife if you just really need something in your truck or in your hunting bag as a backup if you happen to lose something. And the sheath sucks even more, but here's the thing. I say this stuff sucks, but is it going to work? Yes. If you keep a sharpener with you, and this is one of the world's most inexpensive sharpeners that I've got here. If you keep a sharpener with you, this is the Countycom sharpener, then there's pretty much no reason you can't, keep this thing sharp enough to do what you're going to need to do on a camping trip. This is a hell of a lot more than people had in the old days. So, and the sheath does protect it. I mean, it's this like nylon material. Got a little plastic insert here so it doesn't go through the nylon. I mean, compared to something really great, like, a rat or something like that, which, let me see, I can show you guys, compared to something like this, which is an Ontario Rat 5, this isn't going to be all that great, but it's going to do the job, right? It's no rat, doesn't have micarta scales, it don't slip, it doesn't have jimping on the back, and a nice thick blade, and sharp as all hell, could shave with it and go skin a deer afterward. It doesn't have any of those features, but it's going to get you through. So, anyway, this is the first one. Second thing is this little axe. Now, this is a full tang with that same slippery grip. Ozark Trail hacking axe. Comes with a little sheath here. This sucker came pretty sharp. It's got some wrenches here. I guess, I don't know, if you're doing an oxygen tank or something like that, you might, I don't think any of those fit for the EMTs that might be around. But this thing, for the most part, was what I was letting my son use to do chopping. It's thin material. It's kind of like that knife. It's really thin material. Can do some small sticks. I don't really understand the purpose of this. If you wanted a chopping hatchet, I would suggest, and my apologies for walking away from the camera again, I would suggest something like this. This is a Kershaw. This is nice and thick. It's got a grippy handle, pry bar in the end, full tang. Built like a brick, sharp on the end so you can use it as a pick. And a good sheath. Ballistic nylon, thick. Buttons nicely right. You know where I'm getting. This thing doesn't serve that purpose. But if you're at Walmart and you need something, I guess this will do some basic camp things for you. Now I'm going to end with my favorite thing from this part of the pack. This is a knife that I would almost compare to the tactical Ozark Trail outdoor knife that I reviewed a while ago that got a lot of attention. Whatever they thought they were doing when they designed this, they actually got it right. And I can tell you why. First of all, very simple belt clip. Very simple sheath. This fits a belt. It's not one of these half-hearted attempts at making something almost fit a belt like this sheath. This fits a belt. It is thick enough and it is long enough, and there's room up here. Second of all, they put a diamond sharpener on the actual sheath. Fantastic. Not gimmicky. I love it. It will sharpen the knife. They put a rubberized handle on this thing. It is full tang. It is sturdy. There's jimping on the back. It's not bending like the other one did over here. And the blade, well, the steel's probably crap. But again, you've got your sharpener. You don't even have to bring your cheap sharpener or your coffee cup, so you can do it on the bottom. I really love this little camp knife, whatever the heck it is, drain hole in the bottom of the sheath. The sheath is nothing special. I could actually probably crack the heck out of that thing, but I won't. I love this thing. This is great. This might actually see some action during camping this summer. Next, we had a couple neat things. One of the packs also included a fire steel, a little sharpening stone, and then this machete. It's a flimsy machete. It does have a really sharp saw on the back. We were actually able to saw some branches with this thing. Very sharp. Scary sharp. How long will it stay that way? Who knows? The blade, pretty sharp for a machete, because the blade steel is so thin that the machete was just like using a really long knife. It wasn't using this is a Sniper Blade Works kind of machete thing. You see how blunt, thick this thing is, right? It wasn't like using one of these. Real thin, just cut through stuff. And then they also included, I think this was with the pack that came with this, they also included this saw. Scary sharp, nice for branches and stuff. And then last but not least, they included my favorite thing out of the whole pack. This is almost like a Fisker's axe. It has a lock on the back so you can't take it, so it can't just slip out. And it's got a delimbing pocket on the blade. It's pretty darn sharp. This is some sort of polycarbonate hollow stuff right here, and it goes to the actual blade on the end, and it is sharp as heck. And then I put some paracord on the end here. I don't remember if this came on here. And then within the sheath, there's actually a fire steel that comes out of here. If you pull it out, it's fire steel, and you're able to start your fires, and you've got your axe. One last note that I did fail to mention, that on this fire steel earlier with the machete, this is actually a ferro rod and a magnesium rod, so you can shave your magnesium off and then start your fire on the other side. But most importantly, I guess what I would say is that between all of these tools, probably the two best things, and I believe they came in the same pack, this knife right here is fantastic. This axe right here is also fantastic. It's got a carrying handle, again, this lock. Pretty sturdy construction. This is hollow. Like I said, it could be much better, but it's got a fire steel, delimbing pocket, and ultimately, for whatever price these are, they're probably worth getting if you don't have anything else. But they're going to get you through what you need to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, stick around, and we'll have more to come.